Hello, everyone. Steve here again with Life Smarts. I call it Life Smarts, Street Smarts, whatever. I'm telling everybody, don't spend all that money going to college. And you've heard this before, those of you who've been listening. But there's a lot you can learn out here without spending a fortune. And the other day, I talked about how to sell yourself, how to sell your ideas, how to sell a product, how to sell a service. The formula is the same. The formula is the same. That's never taught in college. And I'll never forget my first sales job years ago. I ended up being senior vice president of marketing and sales for a large firm. It was great. Um, but I remember my first sales job, and I was like 25 or so. They threw me the keys to my car and said, "Go sell something." That was it. But over the years, I figured out, like I said in the last video, what's most important is why do people buy? And they buy for benefits. So one time, I've got some stories here. I'll tell one today. But the head of our IT department came to me and they had built an e-commerce engine for all the dealers to order product from, which is a great idea. And they built a great product, but the dealers weren't using it. Next thing you know, one day the leader came to my office and said, "We don't know what to do. Do you have any suggestions on how we get the dealers to use our e-commerce engine to order products from us?" I said, "Well, let me see your benefits document." And the answer was, "What's a benefits document?" I said, "Why should they use the e-commerce engine you built? How does it benefit them?" That's all they care about. That's all they want to know. So what we did, we sat down and we hammered out every single benefit that this e-commerce engine brought to the table for them, not for us, for them. And we ended up with almost 30 benefits. And then we laminated those, put them in a matrix, and we laminated them in color, and we handed those to all the salespeople. We said, "Now, when you go over this. That's what you talk about. You don't talk about some of this other goofy stuff. You talk about how it's going to help them with their bottom line, with their ease of ordering, with their simplifying their inventory, with their tracking their purchases." I could go on and on. Well, the long story short, once the salespeople went out and started going over that with everybody, in no time at all, the usage went through the roof. Remember, it's always about the benefits. Stop going to college.